Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Headingley. A very wet Headingley to start the 1990s. I'd like to start off by wishing you all a very happy new year from everyone here at Leeds. Leeds team on the field led out by their mascot today, Ben King, member of the junior section of the Liners Guild, that's the Blue and Amber Club. Leeds welcoming the debut today, Cavalier, ex-Halifax and Barra forward. He's taken the place of Craig Hazard, who's been injured and has been crossed off the Leeds register. Very popular player, Craig Hazard, and the round of applause he got as he walked down the touchline side was delightful to see. All just taking the field now. Captain, of course, by Noel Cleal. Not the best of starts to his career in the black and white jersey, being injured. Back now, played last week. Back in the pack, his favourite position. I'll just give you the teams. For Leeds, number 1 is Gary Lord. The 3 quarters, Phil Ford, Gary Schofield, Carl Gibson. Norman Francis replacing Vince Fawcett at number 5. Number 6, we have a change with David Creaser back in his favourite position in place of David Anu suspended. And Craig Coleman, ex-Hull player, of course, played last season for Hull. Impact, Lee Crooks, Colin Maskill, Paul Dixon, Cavalier replacing Izzard, Mark Lorry, Gary Devotee. The substitutes are Chris Verzi and Ewan Waddell. For Hull, line-up number 1, Richard Gay. The 3 quarters, Paul Eastwood, Andrew Mighty signing from Fulham, Richard Price, Neil Turner, of course, signed recently for £35,000 from Doncaster. Gary Pearce is at 6, and Craig Mackay is at 7. Leeds duel will be interesting today with Craig Coleman. Both Australian scrum halves made a big impact at Warrington. Andy Dannett, Lee Jackson, Carl Addison are the front row, Noel Cleal, John Sharp, Steve Fawkes the back row. The subs are Phil Windley and Dirk Wellham. Well, we start a new decade here of football today, Headingley. This year, that 1890 was the founding of the Leeds Club on the Headingley ground, so we've got a centenary to celebrate later in the year. Let's hope that the Leeds Club goes from strength to strength in the 90s, as it did in the 30s and the 60s. Just about to kick off the referee today. Mr. Kershaw, we've got to change the referee. It's Gary Pearce just taking the ball over Hull. Carl Addison bringing it up towards the 25. Addison, of course, signed from Featherstone, ex-Bramley player. And I do know that Featherstone have tried unsuccessfully to buy him back this season to bolster their second fortunes. Andy Dannett. Crowd really behind Leeds now. Even at this early stage, ball's gone back for Pearce to kick. It's going to be Gary Lord, sticking him with the ball. Tackle coming in from Mighty. Lee Crooks, he'll be keen to have a good game today against his former Boulevard teammates. Dixon, good running from Paul Dixon. Mark Lorry playing his last game at Headingley. Probably play next week at Widnes, but then he'll be on his way back to Australia. Coleman switching the ball to Crooks, so he's going to put the kick in. That's a tremendous kick. Just stopped by young Richard Gay there with his foot. Sensible thing to do in these conditions. Stopping Devotee. Gary Devotee, another player who'll be keen to do well today against his former teammates at the Boulevard. Pearce. Strange looking Hull side, no day, no harder today. He's not injured, that ball was out on the full, the kick there. It's going to be a scrum. You can know what the Leeds supporters think of that kick. Scrum uniform just outside the Hull 25. Mr. Kershaw just keeping the packs apart while Craig Coleman brings the ball in. Very wet underfoot today, persistent rain for the last couple of hours in Leeds. Ball's out to David Creaser. Schofield. Oh, he can't get around there. Richard Price, that's good tackling from young Price. Gary Lord in the line. Cavalier, first touch of the ball for Leeds. picked up and spear tackled. Gary Lord in the line again, missing out Devoid. That's good running from Gary Lord, but the whole covering is tremendous today. Coleman, Crooks. Oh, let's put Creaser through a gap. That's good play, and the ball's gone loose, but it's going to be picked up for Leeds by Norman Francis. Gets the ball back to Gibson. Leeds losing ground, but still keeping the ball moving. Referee there. So that's a penalty. It's crossing. The whole fans beneath me in the south stand giving the side a rousing support. And that's a good kick. It's foul touched 10 yards inside the Leeds half. Back here, acting half back. Bringing Carl Addison on. Good run, strong running prop, Carl Addison. It's offside. It's going to be a scrum, forward pass. The referee had given offside there. It's out to Leeds, out to David Creaser, taking the defence on. And Richard Gay bringing him down just on his own 25. Naughty. Cavalier. Well, that should be 6 more tackles for Leeds. Mr. Kershaw not waving play on there. Bad decision. Dixon. Got to score for another kick this time. It's for Richard Gay to chase. Took in his own 25. And straight into David Creaser. Damn it. That's Gary Pearce's kick for Gary Lord. He takes it cleanly. Bringing the ball back up. Oh, he's run through some very weak tackling there, and he's over the halfway line. That's good play from Gary Lord. Having a great season for Leeds. Crooks. Cavalier. Well, I like the look of this Cavalier. Tremendous footballer. Been playing with Barrow until they dismissed Coach already. Creaser. Oh, that's a lovely ball, but Norman Francis just couldn't hold that there. Fingertips. And the referee giving the first offence, which will be a knock-on. Which will be head and ball to Hull. The ball's out, that's one against the head. Leeds have got that one. Featured a Colin Maskell's play recently, how well he's been playing. Norman Francis with the ball. Very popular with the crowd here. Anyone who watches the Leeds A teams on Friday evening will know how popular he is. Lee Crooks. Maskell acting half, having a great season. Anyone who doubted his rights to the Great Britain shirt should have been here on Boxing Day when he completely outplayed Beardmore. Oh, and that's Mokley that's intercepted. And he's got Eastwood with him, that's going to be a try. Oh, he's got the ball, I thought he dropped it then. Well, Eastwood usually specialising in interceptions here at Edinburgh. That was good play from Cleal. Ball coming out the left-hand side. Turner. Good tackling from Gary Schofield. And that's going to be a penalty against Gary Schofield. A holding down. Referee Kershaw with a cane on the holding down law. Mr. Kershaw, of course, no stranger to Leeds. He refereed both the games against Wigan. Steve Folks with the tap for Hull. Looking to move here. And will go in himself. It's Dannett. Written down in the programme as number 8, but he's playing number 10 this afternoon. Carl Addison's at 8. Noel Cleal, Crusher. The referee just seen who's got that ball. That's still Hull ball. Gary Pearce. John Sharp bringing Andrew Mighty in. And that's a great tackle on Andrew Mighty from Gary Devoted. Addison. Can't get the ball away. That's a 6th tackle coming up. 10 yards from the Leeds line under the post. Ball's back to Pearce. He's going to try the drop. And that rolled all the way along the ground and was cleaned up for Leeds by Cavalier. It's a feature of Gary Pearce's game, drop goal specialist. He can drop them from anywhere. Maskill going from acting half. Good play again from Maskill. Crooks. Ball back to David Creasy. He's going to put the kick in. That's spinning awkwardly. And young Richard Gay again having to trip back for that, stopping it with his foot. Eastwood. Shot ball to Addison. Kicks it in there at the tackle with Lorraine Devotee. He's spotted the gap there, but it closed very quickly. Pearce. It's a great kick. And that's going to find touch 5 yards from the Leeds line. That's a good kick from Gary Pearce. And another scrum forming. Just about 10 yards back from the Leeds line. Just further back than the ball appeared to go into touch from our position. It's out to Leeds, out to Craig Coleman. Creasy. Gary Lord, sorry. Leeds pending the 25 at the moment. They'll keep it in the forwards. Cavalier. Making his debut, of course, today for Leeds. Good day to make debuts. Last season, of course, was Phil Ford making his debut. Scored 3 tries, and 5 years ago, Eric Groth making his debut, also scored 3 tries. I think Leeds are set for a win today, and not 3 tries from Cavalier. That's good play from Crooks and Carl Gibson. Pushing Richard Gay back 10, 15 yards. Richard Price on the opposite wing. Mackey, Pearce, Cleal. It comes in from Folks. And again, that finds touch on the Leeds 25. So in his opening stage of the game, we've been playing 10 minutes. Leeds very much penned down in their own 25. Oh, thereabouts. It's going to be head and ball to Leeds. It's out to David Creasy. Very Lord linking up. Spotted there by his opposite number, Richard Gay. Schofield. Gibson trying to sidestep his way through. It's good sensible play from all. Keeping Leeds pinned down here. In their own 25. Cavalier. Coleman. Short ball, Devote, Schofield. Ooh. Was a very hard tackle coming in there from Eastwood on Gary Schofield. And Coleman puts the kick in, small short chip over the top. Took by Paisley, feeds Gay. Oh, Fulford missed him. But he's brought down in a touch. Good tackle there from David Creasy after Phil Ford had missed him completely. Well, he scored some tries in his debut. And he's been a prolific scorer, of course, for Doncaster in the second division over a number of seasons. It's out to Leeds again. Ford this time linking up. And he's trying to get it pace. Ford. Lord. David Creasy took a knock in that tackle, but he's just telling the physio he's okay. Lee Crooks with the ball. Short ball to Schofield is away now. Gary Schofield. He's got support inside him from Matt Loddy. Matt Loddy's going. He's got Coleman with him, and Coleman's going to go all the way, is he? Yes, that's a try at the side of the post. So Craig Coleman, so leads in. The good work by Gary Schofield, putting the first points on the board. Then that's a try to Coleman. Good work there from Gary Schofield. Passed just at the right time to Mark Loddy. All claiming there was an obstruction in one of their players. It was Andrew Mighty. Carl Gibson running in support. Just made sure that young Andrew Mighty couldn't get to Craig Coleman. Maskell to attempt this kick. And right in front of the post. Showing once again that Leeds are dangerous from any position in the field. Coleman just marshalling his troops. Well, that's a conversion to Colin Maskell. So Leeds going to a 6 points to 0 lead. Pace to kick off again for Hull. That's for Phil Ford. Oh, he's let the ball go and it's going to go dead, and if he does it'll be a drop out, yes. Well, Ford making an elementary mistake there, ball skidding through on the wet turf. So Leeds going to have to drop out under the post. So immediately put them back under pressure. Gary Schofield drop out, almost reaching the halfway line. Pace feeding Eastwood. Good try scoring record in matches between Leeds and Hull and Paul Eastwood. Jonathan Sharp, product of Featherstone Travellers Saints Club. Signed at the same time as Richard Gunn signed for Leeds, played with him of course. That's bringing Cleal on, that's a good one from Cleal. Oh, Dixon swept up for Leeds. Good play from Paul Dixon there, in the right place at the right time. And injured in the tackle. He's getting up slowly. Gary Lord to the 25. Maskell going from that 10.5. Cavalier. Oh, and it's slow Cavalier. He's got Devote with him. Oh, and he just couldn't see Gary Devote spring up alongside him. It's Coleman. He's going to put the kick in. Yes, that fan's touch just a yard or so. That's had the whole 25. It's a great kick from Coleman. Rain still coming down here at Eddie. Let's see, one or two umbrellas going up. Greg Mackey to feed the scrum, and it's out to Hull, out to Gary Pearce. Gay in the line. Been playing well, Richard Gay in the Open Rugby Form Team of the Month. Richard Price on him. Last ditch tackle by Gary Lord. It's a penalty delay. To Hull, offside there against Gary Lord. A bit unlucky there, that was unintentional. But there was nothing referee could do there. Gary Lord was offside and the ball came back into the Leeds side. Pearce. Finds touch 10 yards inside the Leeds half. It's one of the surprises of this season, how after good work by Hull last year and they reached the Premiership final, they've not looked convincing at all. Mackey going himself, no support on the right-hand touchline. They're looking for a centre and a winger. Addison. It's good tackling from Leeds. Andy Dennett. And again, that's good tackling from Lee Crooks in particular. Folks just driving in all. That's 5 tackles used up with one-man drives. Ball's going to come now for Gary Pearce. He's going to put the up and under. That's a good one. That's high. It's spinning. And it's taken by Richard Gay, but immediately wrapped up by a couple of Leeds defenders, and that'll be the turnover. And Leeds are once again back on familiar territory. They're on 25. Dixon. Oh, and he's lost the ball. It's picked up by Carl Addison. Short ball there to Jackson. Jackson playing for the penalty there. Nobody hold of him. Bennett. Leeds under enormous pressure now. 10 yards from the Leeds line. Ball's out to Mackey. Going himself. That's good play. Only inches short. Oh. Jackson giving the ball to Addison to crash over. Still not there, says the referee. It's very close now. We'll have an overlap if the ball spun out quickly. That's not the best of passes, but John Sharp giving it to Andy Mardy. There must be a try here. Peacewood picks the ball up. Oh, it wasn't a good pass. And he's been tackling a touch. Good covering from Leeds after being seemingly stretched there. That's going to be heading ball to Hull. To Leeds, sorry. Leeds just keeping it in the forwards and bringing it out sensibly away from the line. Lee Crooks. Lee Crooks involved in the build-up to the first Leeds try. He gave the ball to Gary Schofield. Schofield puts the kick in. Turner. Good tackling from Gary Schofield up quickly. Richard Gay. Goes in half back as a foil. Folks at acting half. Giving it to Mackey. Yes. Short ball to Dannett, looks viciously forward. Player this time coming on a gallop. And brought down by the smallest man on the field, Craig Coleman. Referee pulled Colin Mascalere for offside. That should give Gary Pearce a chance to kick it goal. All just having a cabinet meeting before deciding what to do. It's going to be Eastwood that's going to kick it goal, and not Gary Pearce. Eastwood about to take the kick at goal. kicker around the corner style. It's about 35 yards from the line. That struck well, and that's 2 points. So that's 6 times to 2. All back in the game. Been playing 22 minutes. That's Leeds 6, Hull 2. Schofield is going to kick off again for Leeds. It's going to be Gary Pearce to field the ball. Bringing Addison on a gallop. It's Hull's turn to be penned down in the 25. Leeds will just try and keep them down here. Dannett. Yes, he's going to put the kick in this time. It's for Gary Lord. No, well taken on the full. Got back up to halfway by Gary Lord. Francis going his self from acting half back running across the field. Still going Norman Francis. Mark Lorry. Rorty on the ball there from Maskill. One of Carl Allison's outstretched hand. That's a kick for the corner. It's going to be chased, but it's going to be well picked up by Eastwood, I think. And he's sensibly covering up there to avoid any chance of being pushed into touch. Mackey. John Sharp. That's out to Cleal. And Cleal's lost the ball, and Carl Gibson has it for Leeds. He's bringing it away now. Coleman, Devotee. It's a long ball out to Phil Ford. These are the chances he relishes. He's going himself. Schofield inside of Coleman. Lorry in the middle of the field. Crooks. Oh, Gary Lord there. Gary Lord just coming up for the ball. It wasn't intended for him. Knocks on. The chance has gone. That's another ball against the head to Colin Maskill. Tremendous play from Colin Maskill. Lord's in the line. He couldn't get his pass away to the waiting Schofield. Leeds pressing strongly now. Short ball to Dixon. That was spotted by Andy Dannett and Johnny Sharp. Yule trying to force his way over. He's still going Cavalier. Leeds about a yard short now. Ball, Crooks. Coleman. Oh, that's a lovely ball from Coleman and Norman Francis. What a tremendous pass from Craig Coleman. Flipped the ball round there. Gibson going himself. Up to the sixth tackle now. That was probably not the right thing to do. It's easy to criticise from up here. Oh, that's the up and under now. Yes. Oh, he's given offside. The referee giving offside there. Saying that an elbow was used, and disallowing the try. So after good work, Leeds there, getting nothing for that, nothing to show. Rain's starting to come down heavier now. As Pearce pumps that ball in a touch, just short of the 25. Addison. Tackle on the line. That was a foul pass, and this time Tiddy Kershaw saw it. No mistake, Andy Dannett disappointed. Coleman, ball's out to Leeds. David Creasy, Schofield around with Coleman. Oh, Creasy missed it, but Ford's got it. Still going Phil Ford, and well picked up by Phil Ford, feeding Schofield. Good play there from Phil Ford. Dribbled the ball and picked it up well. Crooks. Leeds pressing strongly now after being under pressure themselves. Mark Loddy trying to burrow a way through. This time it's for Cavalier. Oh, Coleman just slipping there as he went to launch the pass. It would probably have brought Gary Schofield a try. Did well trying onto the ball. Devotee tries a drop at goal, and it's there. That's one more point to Leeds. After 27 minutes then. It's a drop goal to Gary Devotee. And Leeds go further in front by 7 points to 2. Pace to kick off. Leeds will be wary. Gary Pace's long kicks after the last one. It's going to be Devotee. Oh, and well taken by Gary Devotee. Wet, greasy ball. Throws it back to Ford. Ford stepping. Still going Ford. Stepping out of tackles. Good play. Just a year ago today since he made his debut against Oldham. Crooks. Ooh. Crooks just looking to part with the ball there. Maskill full of them all and going himself. Colin Maskill still going. What a great season the Leeds number 9's having. Crooks. Oh, slips the ball again. Gary Schofield. A tremendous pass. There should be something here for Leeds. He's got Creasy with him. Creasy overall by the cover. Ball moving out quickly to the left. Loddy. Schofield again. Devotee. Oh, Devotee just couldn't get the ball away there. That's a 6 tackle, that's a turnover. That was tremendous play from Lee Crooks and Gary Schofield. And Gary Devotee just not able to get his pass into the supporting Norman Francis. Well, so far it's been Leeds that have played the most adventurous and the best football. But Hull, don't take nothing away from them. They've competed tremendously. And a very difficult side to beat under... Well, the referee missing a knock on there. Will become a difficult side to beat under Brian Smith. Not playing the best, most attractive football. They play to their strengths, and one of them is Gary Pearce's kicking. That's down for Phil Ford. Using Gary Lord as a foil, and he's going down the outside, he's gone round Turner, and good tackle coming in there from young Richard Price. Coleman. Short ball to Gary Lord. David Creasy still attending to his boots from the last Leeds raid. Creasy back in the fray. Hull have that ball. Cleal. Leeds will be well aware of potential of Noel Cleal. Toured here with the Australian Kangaroos. Last twice they've been here. Tremendous player. Very difficult to stop near the line. Chases wild pigs as his hobby in Australia. On foot, I might add as well. There's a twin brother that looks just like him. It's Gary Lord going to take that home. Well taken again by Gary Lord. Forward. Stepping. Not making any ground. Crooks just bringing the ball out slowly. Cavalier. Schofield with a kick this time. Well, that's a great kick. That's come up 50, 60 yards. It's coming for touch. It's not going to find touch. Richard Gay just stopping it and picking it up. Good running from Richard Gay. Rain absolutely teeming down at the moment. Mackie. John Sharp. Folks. Pierce. Oh, he's launching Eastwood, and Eastwood's run without the ball. And just making sure the Leeds not picking it up by kicking it in to touch. That's out to Leeds. Creasy. Norman Francis coming in off the wing. Gary Lord on the line. Leeds just letting the forwards get up from the scrum. It's going to be Creasy from acting half. Well spotted by Jonathan Sharp. And again, Cavalier going from acting half. Leeds just bringing the ball towards the touchline side. Now it'll go. Coleman bringing Dixon in. That's a 6 tackle. Leeds just in the 25. Coleman back for Divori. And Divori has another drop at goal. And that's another 1 point to Leeds. Well, these will all add up at the end of the game. We've been playing 32 minutes now. That's another drop goal to Divori. Making the score 8 points to 2. Four drop goals worth the same as a try. So at the moment we're halfway there. The threat of drop goal usually coming from Gary Pearce, but Gary Divori proving he's equal this afternoon. That's for Ford again. Ford wary now. Coleman. Leeds at 6s and 7s a bit at the moment. Maskill bringing Crooks in. Crooks. Almost got Dixon away. That's a penalty to Leeds. Holding down from underneath. Chip Price. Colin Maskill going to kick up towards our commentary position. You lay the ball thump on the roof at the side of me. Dixon. Coleman. Crooks there running as a foil. Bringing Cavalier on. Oh, that's knocked on there by Cavalier. And Leeds crowd. Yes, and the referee taking notice of the touch judge there. He's about to give the scrum, but the touch judge said that Cavalier had been interfered with and the ball had been pulled out of his grasp as he was getting up to play it. Gary Schofield's going to put the touch kick in. And that's not going to find touch. That's a bad kick. Back from the middle of the field. Turner. Well tackled by Maskill and Ford. And that's a penalty there. Little unlucky there, Colin Maskill. More sinned against than the sinner there. It's Pearce this time with the kick. He makes no mistake from the touchline side. Harrison. With about 5 minutes to go to half-time, Harrison will be keen to put some points on the board, and Dannett slipped the tackle. Folks. And Leeds have the ball in the shape of Gary Schofield. Lord, doing himself. Oh, and all of it now. Lord split it in the tackle. Coleman couldn't clean up for Leeds. Leeds under pressure again now just before half-time. Cleal. Stepping his way, running across the field. He used the hand off to good effect on 3 Leeds players there. But not I might add David Creasy. Keen to re-establish himself after 2 years of injuries that would have defeated the lesser players' enthusiasm. I know how difficult it's been for Gary to... Yes. Not playing the ball properly. That silly play from Hull. That's going to be penalty to Leeds. In front of their own post. Landing on it, just rolling the ball through his legs, not making no attempt to play it properly. As I was saying, David Creasy, I've seen him training on his own. Never doubted that he'd get back to fitness. And here he is today, having a great game to prove it. Just a couple of minutes to go to the break. Stokes. Dixon. Oh, gives a lovely ball to Devotee, and Devotee's lost the ball. Oh, he's got... Well, the referee there. Bad decision, got to say so. Devotee passed the ball backwards, and then the ball was kicked back further. The referee saying Devotee knocked the ball forward. That's always some chance in the Leeds half of the field. Comes out to Mackie. Gay in the line, switching it inside. Price, lovely inside ball. Price running backwards at the moment, but he's beating Leeds tacklers. That's out for Eastwood. Well spotted there. Dangerous, leaving that wing unattended with Paul Eastwood on it. Carrison. Mackie, Pearce. Oh, and shoved back by Mark Loddy there, 10 yards, and there goes Outer for half-time. Leeds leading by 8 points to 2. Well, whether intervening with the game, it's a lot of spilt ball this afternoon. Both sides trying very hard. Leeds playing the best football, and it was some very good football that opened the scoring. And after 14 minutes, Crooks put Scove into a gap. He went 50 yards and transferred to Loddy. And Loddy passed to Coleman. And Coleman scored in the post for Maskell to convert, and it was 6-0. An Eastwood penalty for offside against Maskell. Brought all back into it at 6 points to 2. And then on 27 minutes and 32 minutes, we had drop goals to Gary Devotee, making the score at half-time. Leeds 8, Hull 2.
Thompson's taken the knock. Lazenby and Conway keep it moving, and on to Ray Price, back to Lazenby, back to Billy Conway. Andy Kelly across the line, Phil Eden, this is good play, the big fella gets into his stride. Kicks ahead, will Phil Eden win the chase for the touchdown? Phil Eden, is he in for a try? He is in for a try. Referee Alex Bowman confirms that was a fine piece of individual play by Phil Eden. Mark Conway. Gary Price. Nice little ball to Andy Kelly. The short ball to Chris Perry, and Perry's in. What a simple attacking move that was from Trinity, and this is more like the Wakefield Trinity side that the supporters at Bellevue have grown used to seeing this season. John Thompson making his way across to the loose forward position. Nice one too. Lazenby sees the gap and he goes for it. And Lazenby running like a hare. And he gets the ball to Mason. It's a formality now, and the Trinity skipper is in. That was a classical move from Trinity, coming as it did from the scrum. The ball moved beautifully across the line. Featherstone moving that ball very nicely across the line. It eventually ends up with Rapati. Rapati round the fullback, and Rapati's in. Well, perhaps there was a slight lapse in concentration there on Wakefield's part, and Eva Rapati, as he did in the previous game, making them pay the full penalty. And marks the turn of the Featherstone fans towards their team on. Gary Price, is he over? He's only just short. The ball out to Rapati, and Rapati's in. Yes, try awarded by Alex Bowman. So Eva Rapati once again proving the man of the moment for Featherstone Rovers.
And the kick-off is 7:30.
Conway in, Conway out. Tracy Lazenby, a good run from Lazenby. Gives Phil Eden a run for the line. They won't catch Eden, and Eden's in. A good try from Phil Eden, his second of the match. And that's brought Wakefield Trinity's fans back to life. Well, I bet when Jeff Gratian started his career, he didn't imagine he would still be playing on New Year's Eve 1989. Or perhaps he did. Chris Bibb over the top. Mark Conway across to cover. And Bibb collects in front of Conway. He's got Perry to beat. Doesn't have to because he's got Trevor Clark in support. And that's the second Featherstone try of the match. Excellent work there from Chris Bibb and very good support play from Trevor Clark.
Well, welcome back. We're about for the kick-off. Just been a presentation here to John Holmes. £37,000 cheque for his testimonial. 20 years of Leeds player, John Holmes. Hold the lead appearance record with 625 appearances. And he's just picked up a cold £37,000 for his efforts. A just reward for a just servant. We've kicked off forward as a ball for Leeds. Yo had a good first half. Cavalier one tremendous break in the middle of the field. Dixon. Leeds playing from right to left as you look at it now. Oh, that's well caught. Wide turner, but well followed up by Gary Schofield and tackled. That was good rugby all round. Richard Gay. Leeds up quickly this half at the tackle. Jonathan Sharp coming over towards the stand side. All Clay just turning about in midfield, but well tackled there by Cavalier and Paul Dixon. Dannett. Running through Gary Devori there, but not making much ground. That's a sixth tackle. It's going to be a kick from Mackie and it's charged down. There could be something here for Leeds. Cavalier's got the ball and he's kicked on sensibly. And he's still going, Cavalier, and it's going to be a try, yes! That's a try to Leeds, to Cavalier on his debut. Showed great sense there in dribbling the ball on. That was tremendous skill. On a day like this, he didn't know anything stupid. He tried to pick it up and Leeds starting the second half in tremendous fashion for the try on his debut to Cavalier. That's just the sort of start Leeds want in this half of the field. Colin Maskell with a kick. So right in front of the post, and Colin doesn't miss these very often, I can tell you. And it's there, that's 2 more points to Leeds. It's the conversion to Maskell. Making it 14 points to 2 now to Leeds. A great start to the second half. Pierce kicking off. Full forward. Lottie. Got a Lord in the line. Crooks. Had a good game, Lee Crooks. Quite effective game. Gary Schofield off on the gallop, which brought the Leeds' first try. It's out to Creasy to kick. She does under some pressure, and that's a difficult ball to pick up for Richard Gates, spinning. Losing Turner as a foul there, but Leeds not falling for it. It's piece of ball. But I think the referee had shouted out before Dixon stole the ball there. Paul Dixon just claiming he didn't hear. The shout from Kershaw. And Gary Pearce finding touch just short of the Leeds 25. Mackie. Switching play for Harrison. Oh, that's good running there from the former Bramley and Featherstone player. Takes some getting down. Big lad, Carl Harrison. Clayle. Short ball to Clayle. Brushes off one tackler. Gives it to Folks. Folks played in Australia for Canterbury Bankstown along with Peter Tunks. He was one of the stalwarts of their side for many years. Pearce. Bennett. Mackie going himself forward. Spotted the gap there. The referee says that's the sixth tackle. That's going to be the turnover. Matt Lawrie runs from acting half, just bringing it away from the Leeds line. It's a good 10 yards. Dixon. Crooks. Cavalier. It's a kick from Coleman this time. Coming towards a touchline. It's a good kick. That's going to find touch, and it goes about 5 or 6 yards on the whole 25. It's a great kick from Craig Coleman. Ball spinning and slithering in the wet. And in atrocious conditions, the Leeds handling this afternoon has been very safe and very sure. That's out to Pearce. And Gay in the line, straightening up. Gets the ball back to Pearce. Good play from Hull, keeping it moving. Carl Gibson just clearing up for Leeds. Price. Andy Dannett. Get on with it, says referee Kershaw. Folks, dithering, dancing, but not fooling anybody on himself. Mackie. Gay, he's going to put the kick in, he's in on. He's... Oh, that's 6 more tackles, that's unlucky for Leeds. Cleal. That bump off Matt Lawrie, one of the best tacklers in the Sydney competition. Sharp. Little again in the middle of the field, spots the gap and goes for it. Oh, and he's beaten the first man. There could be something here for Hull, but poor passing there, and chance appears to have been lost. Richard Price has it now. No tackle by Leeds. Well, there should have been something there for Hull. That was poor passing. That's a knock on. That'll be the turnover at 6 tackle. Cooks. Dixon. Straightening up Dixon. Just laughing at Gary Pearce. That's one of the facets of Paul Dixon's play. He really enjoys it. Always ready with a smile for the opposition, no matter how hard the tackle. Crooks has lost the ball. It's going to be a scrum. Well, the ball did go backwards. Referee saying it came forward out of Lee Crooks' hands. Penalty to Hull there, not retiring Craig Coleman. So we're going to have some more chance to put pressure on the Leeds line. This kick from Gary Pearce. Just finding touch. Just inside the Leeds 25. Turner. Sharp going from empty in half. Almost losing the ball there, Jonathan Sharp. Folks. Cleaned up for Leeds by Cavalier. Folks did the run around there, but the only run around he was doing it with was Cavalier. The Leeds have it again, and David Creaser brings it out. Dixon. There's a long ball to Gibson, but he felt the full weight there of Eastwood's tackle. Perfectly fair. Body. Showing the ball to Body. Going himself, that's a sixth tackle. Back for Coleman to put the kick in, but he gives it to Creaser. That's good play from Leeds. But that's straight down Richard Gate's throat. He drops the ball. The referee said that went backwards. Pearl. Very difficult in these conditions. Mackie going himself and going nowhere. Straight in the Lee Crooks. Dannett. Crooks has got a knock there in that tackle, but I think he's going to be all right. That's a lovely kick downfield. That's going to find touch, is it? Yes, it's just running away now from Phil Ford. Lovely kick, right in touch. 10 yards inside the Leeds 25. I know, playing a game as they did in the first half, kicking over, trying to keep Leeds penned down here. But we've seen throughout this game that Leeds are quite capable of turning defence into attack and attacking from all parts of the field. Well, that's one lost against the head there. So it's Turner. Well tackled by David Creaser. Harrison. Hull pressing strongly now. Uncle Lee Jackson's lost the ball over the line. And it's a tap out on the 25 to Leeds. Well, dropped the ball with the line wide open there, Hull. Dixon. Slips a lovely ball to Gibson. And that's a disgraceful tackle coming in there from Eastwood. Diving over the top. Referee's putting it straight away quickly in. Leeds will have a penalty which will give them respite from their own territory as Maskill puts it in a touch. High. Over the roof of the stand. Just inside the whole half of the field, running down here, bringing Laurie on. Coleman switching play again, looking for runners, and he's found Cavalier. Cavalier's lost the ball, and I think he'll have it. Referee saying that it was a knock-on. So we're going to have a scrum. This time it'll be head and ball to Hull FC. Pierce going himself round the blind side, that's good play. He's got it to Turner, he's only got Ford to beat. Well covered there by Phil Ford. It's a good play from Gary Pearson, right round the blind side of the scrum. Chip Price tackled by Gary Schofield. Ball's out to Clayle on the short side. Making no ground whatsoever, no Clayle. Some of the Hull fans below me just making a valiant attempt to rally this side. Haven't made too many rounds of Old Faithful this afternoon. Crooks. It's the sixth tackle coming up. And Leeds have the ball. I think it's Gary Devori who used his large outstretched hand. No, I should have. Yes, it is, and all the whole side offside there. That's going to be a penalty to Leeds. Crooks having treatment to the leg injury. Waddell just warming up as Maskill pumps that ball in a touch. Wyman Francis running straight through Jonathan Sharp. Sharp just hanging on by his ankles. Oh, lovely running there from Paul Dixon. Good, strong, hard running. Coleman there, jinking, still going Coleman. Jinking and weaving. Lee Cook's having to come off to a great round of applause from the north stand side. Creaser going himself. That's going to be a scrum, and we've got an injury on now. To a Leeds player, it looks like David Creaser. He's been turning over onto his side. Waddell coming on for Lee Crooks. Waddell getting a tremendous ovation. Very popular player here at Leeds, and so is the manager who replaced Lee Crooks. But this is not a serious injury to David Creaser. It appears to be a knock in the back. He's having the cold spray put on him now by Stuart Walker. Well, unlucky again, David Creaser having to leave the field there injured. He's going to be replaced by another number 6, that's Chris Vasey. And David Ward just coming on to assist his player off. And Windley's on for Hull for Andrew Mighty. Leeds still in the lead by 14 points to 2. We've got 25 minutes left to play. That's out to Leeds, switch there, Devorio spotted the gap, but quickly filled up there by Mackie. Loddy. Waddell there, tremendous ovation from the crowd. Really coming to something like form under David Ward's leadership here at Leeds. That's a switch, that's for Gary Lord. That was good play from Leeds. Waddell again. Up to the 6th tackle on the 25. Coleman tries a chip throw and straight to Turner. Caught it on the full, caught it very well. Good tackling from Leeds. He'll want to keep Hull pinned down in this 25 now. Leeds probably feeling that another score by them would kill the game as far as Hull are concerned. Good running from Addison. Cleal. Addison knocked on and it's cleaned up for Leeds. By Mark Loddy. And winning a penalty there. Mackie just throwing him back on the floor as we were getting up. And Maskill's going to have a kick at goal. This is from about 36, 37 yards from the line, just to the right-hand side of the post. See the doctor on the bench attending to David Creaser. Let's hope that this injury is not serious. and that Crease is fit to take his place next week at Widnes. He's had a good game this afternoon. Maskell drying the ball. It's coming in now. If he kicks this, would mean that Hull would have to score 3 times. It's high and the crowd tell you, and it's there. It's a tremendous kick from Maskell. So we'll have to score 3 times now, and I can't see them doing that. There's a penalty there to Colin Maskell. And puts the score 16 points to 2. Pearce kicks off again. Chris Vasey, first touch of the ball. First touch of the ball for Leeds in the first team for some time, almost through a gap there. Tackled by Windley. Maskell, kidding Windley there. And giving us St James's pass to Vasey, who's taking a knock in that tackle. That was a real hospital pass. Waddell. Coleman, he's going to put the kick in himself this time. It's a towering kick for Richie Gay in the rain. Oh, and he spills it backwards. There's the ball out. Turner running across field, and he's tackled by Cavalier, who's up very quickly there. Well, he's going to be a real favourite with the Leeds crowd, is Cavalier. Oh, lost the ball, but got it up again there. That's a scrum. He's lost the ball, no. Interference from Leeds. Mr Kershaw just checking with his touch judges. So it should be head and ball to Leeds. And it's a penalty to Leeds. That's for somebody on the Hull side speaking out of turn. And Maskell going to have another kick at goal. We've got players injured at the moment. Jonathan Sharp about to come back on to replace Steve Fowkes. And Chris Vasey been injured, but he seems to be all right. Stuart Walker just attending to him. And Maskell's brought the ball back to the 25 for the kick. That's Maskell just round the corner now. Just cleans the mud off his boot on the back of his sock. Then it's there. That's 2 more points to Leeds. Leeds going further in the lead. And another penalty to Colin Maskell. It's 18 points to 2. And Hull just affecting that substitution. John Sharp on for Fowkes. That's stopped by Ford from the kickoff. Slipping, bobbing, weaving. Another Hull substitute on the field as well. That's Wellham. Waddell. Trying to get the ball away and does so to Gary Lord. Tackle from Phil Windley and Carl Harrison. Coleman put the kick in under pressure there. And that ball put out on the full. It's going to be a scrum. That's a penalty. Leeds collapsing the pack there. This should give all a chance to do some attacking in the Leeds 25. Pierce, kick just finding touch there, just inside the 25. Mackey giving Turner a run from the wing. Just setting play up in the 25. Switching. Harrison. 10 yards short of the line. Leeds tackling is held out this afternoon so far. Mackey going himself. I think Noel Cleo was on the burst there, expecting a pass. That's going to be a penalty to all. Cleo slipping the ball to Dannett. Brindley. All using the short side, trying to bring Dannett on the burst. English pulled the ball, but the referee says it went backwards. Now he's in trouble and he's pushed further back by Gary Devotti. Pierce. Oh, Schofield looking for the interception there, almost. Richard Price still going. It's a 6 tackle, all have lost 25 yards since that penalty. That's chipped over. And cleaned up by Paul Dixon. Throws off one tackler, but not Noel Cleo. For the Lord. Leeds in their own 25, deep in their own 25. Just effectively bringing it out with the forwards. Pascal. Couldn't get his pass in there. And Coleman's kick this time. It's going to bounce for Turner. Oops. Losing fullback Richard Gazer foul. Well spotted there by Phil Ford and Gary Schofield. Sharp. Back on after being substituted himself only a few moments ago. Could he play Stephen Folkes? Harrison. Lovely ball from Carl Harrison. Well, I'm knocked on there. So it'll be a scrum with Eden Baller Leeds, just inside the Leeds half of the field. We've got 15 minutes left for play. Rain still siling down. That's out to Coleman. Paisley. Caught by Gary Pierce. Man and ball. Wrapped up there. Devotti. Had a good game this afternoon against his former old colleagues. Waddell. Referee there spotting a knock on. That was almost an interception by Richard Price. Richard Price complaining that it was a Leeds player that knocked the ball backwards, but referee's having none of it. It'll be a scramble form, it'll be to Leeds again. That's out. Gary Schofield. On himself, Leeds are about to try and make another substitution, I think. Chris Vasey. Forward. Looking under tackles. Waddell. Good play there, short ball, bringing Gary Lord running round. Coleman. Cavalier straightening up. Oh, and that's knocked on. I think we'll have it, yes. Ewan Devotti getting mixed up there. Sharp. Cleal, good ball from Cleal to Jackson, and a good ball from Jackson. Gives it to Pearce. Pearce waiting for the knock on. Even he thought he'd knocked on them, but the referee saying wave play on. Windley. Well, that's a penalty there, saying it. Gary Schofield just acknowledging the fact, so Leeds are going to bring Lee Crooks on. Back on the field for Chris Vasey, who hadn't been able to run off the knock that he took in the first tackle that he received. So Pearce. And in touch on the 25. Sharp. Oh, and Maskell stolen the ball, and it's out to Devotee. Still going Devotee. Oh, still going. That's all class from Gary Devotee. Good play from Colin Maskell. Oh, that's a penalty there, not letting him play the ball. And injured in that tackle, Gary Devotee. It was good play from Colin Maskell, and Gary Devotee running out of tackles there. Leeds will not want to pick any injuries up. Got 2 hard matches to come. Next week, of course, they are at Widnes, and then the following Sunday, they're back here at Edinley for the preliminary round of the Challenge Cup against Bradford Northern. These two sides must be sick of the sight of each other this season. Playing each other 3 times in such short succession. And currently the score standing at 2-1 to Bradford. So Maskell kicks up towards our commentary position. And Devore's back on his feet and he's okay. Waddell. Looking to get his pass in, couldn't get the pass in. Crooks. It's good play from Maskell, and that's got Dixon away, but he's just tackled there. Coleman. Kicking through, Coleman. I think Windley's going to soak that up for all he does. It's Mackie, not Windley, sorry. Losing Cleal on the dummy run. Ball not making any ground at the moment. They look a well-beaten side now. About 10 minutes of the game left. Yes. It's a 6 tackle coming up, Hull. Not making any ground whatsoever. Short kick there, and that's going to be cleaned up by Phil Ford. Oh, yes, they're using Gary Lord as a foul. Still going Phil Ford. This is good stuff. And he gives him it now. Eastwood coming in, high tackle. Round the shoulders. Crooks. Going himself. Still going Crooks. He's lost the ball, looking to pass. Well recovered by Crooks. Cleans up. 11,395 people. It's a good attendance considering the dreadful conditions we've had and the fact Leeds United are also at home today. Richard Price. It's a good ball out the tackle, Windley. Eastwood. Good tackle from Cavalier. Forward a mile, but cleaned up by Norman Francis for Leeds. That's good play by Norman. And that's going to be a penalty to Leeds. Mackie not letting Norman Francis get up to play the ball. That's funny tactics from Hull. Windley, who wasn't in the team to start with, now he's come on as substitute, seems to be calling all the shots. Noticed this before in Hull play this season, that Windley seems to do most of the calling when he comes on, but he's not on the field for much of the game. Oh, what a powerful run. Hull looking tired now. Brooks. Cavalier just stopped on the 25. Coleman doing the run round with Lorry, but well spotted by two Hull defenders. In fact, it's both the substitutes, Wellham and Windley. Crooks. Dixon with the ball now and using the handoff to good effect, but Richard Price pulls him down. Schofield putting the kick in. Oh, and that's foul touch. Well, only inches from the flag, that's a good kick. Oh, that'd be a 5-yard scrum. Yes, and Colin Maskell winning the Man of Match award again today. It's been tremendous play from Colin again. What a season he's having in the Leeds colours. Surely Malcolm really can't overlook him for the Great Britain team. And that's gone dead. And the referee just consulting his touch judges, and he's saying that that was kicked dead by Leeds, so there'll be a tap on the 25. Windley taking it quick, giving Cleal the ball. Oh, and Cleal there, not even evading Craig Coleman, smallest man on the field. That's a penalty there, can't quite see what that's for. Yes. And stuck smack on halfway. With about 5 minutes left for play. Oh, Wellham's still going Wellham up the middle of the field. Oh, and that's well cleaned up by Phil Ford. He's lost the ball, though. And I think Gary Schofield has it for Leeds. Yes. Very difficult conditions this afternoon, making handling the ball, particularly when it's on the floor. Coleman's kick. I think that's going to find touch. It does. 10 yards inside the whole half of the field. It's good play again from Craig Coleman. Saving his forward 60 yards of toe up the middle of the field. It's a tremendous sight for the forward. See the ball kick 60 yards. Ball's out to Hull. Pearce. Cleal. Richard Price. Giving it to Eastwood. Eastwood cutting inside and straight into Carl Gibson. Cleal running at Mark Loddy. Pearce wrapped up there, Annan ball by Paul Dixon. He's had a great game today, Paul Dixon. Windley. Richard Gay kicking through. And Coleman just pushed into touch. No suspicion of a knock-on there. This could be dangerous for Hull. Clear wrapped up by Gary Schofield. Mackie in the ball to Eastwood. Oh, the ball's gone behind Eastwood and gone straight into touch on the full. Well, that very much sums up all this afternoon. Nothing's really gone right for them. Had a lot of early pressure in both halves of the game without being able to make it count. Leeds seemingly pending the 25. But Leeds showed the potential with fine runs and fine tries. Is Coleman going to feed the scrum? It's out to Leeds. They've already moved to standoff. Brooks. Oh, and Laurie's throw. Oh, just couldn't get his pass in. And that's a penalty to Leeds. Hooker Lee Jackson obstructed the Leeds player who didn't have the ball. A good run there in the middle of the field from Waddell. Cavalier slipping the ball. Schofield. Waddell again. Stolen the ball for Gary Lord. That's good play by Leeds. Oh, Pearce is intercepted. Crooks is passed. I'm giving it to Cleal, but Cleal's gone nowhere. Not really run with much force this afternoon. A big former Manly prop. Dannett handing off there. Good player, Andy Dannett. Oh, and tackle in the middle of the field. Cavalier. Brindley just working him over with Mackey, but Mackey's still going. Throws the ball anyway. It's picked up by Turner. He runs straight at Phil Ford. It's a 6 tackle, all have lost ground again. Cross kick for Gary Lord. And taken certainly. Crooks. Dixon. Pushed back there by half the whole pack. It's good tackling from Hull even at this late state of the game. They'd like to put some points on the board. Crooks. Oh, it's got Schofield away. Oh, good tackle coming in there from Mackey. Rorty. It's a 6 tackle coming up. Almost on full time now. Schofield. That's out to Ford. Ford's got the field of goal. He gives it back inside to Devoty. Devoty's got Schofield with him. That's good play from Leeds. Schofield still going up to the 25. And Hull have pinched the ball in the shape of Richard Gay. And there goes the Hooter. Well, that's a tremendous win by Leeds. Always had the aces today, Leeds. Played the best football. And you lay below me what the Leeds supporters think of that. And Craig Coleman just leading the Leeds players as they come towards the south stand side. Matt Lorry just waving. That's a farewell wave from Eddie from Matt Lorry. And Gary Lord just saying, let's go over and give them something to cheer about. And here they come, and that's a tremendous ovation from the south stand for the Leeds team. And Gary Schofield is clapping there, and Neil Waddell. David Ward on the field. Well, Leeds took the lead as early as the 14th minute with a try to Coleman. This followed great work from Crooks, who set Schofield on a 70-yard gallop before Lorry carried on and passed inside to Craig Coleman, who went over on the post. Colin Maskell converted, he was 6-0. Then Eastwood had a penalty for 22 minutes for offside, make it 6-2. And we had 2 drop goals from Gary Devoty, and the score at half-time was 8 points to 2. Leeds had the best possible start, and Cavalier dribbled the ball from 35 yards, sensibly not trying to pick it up in the conditions. Scored at the side of the post. Maskell converted, and it was 14-2. And after 60 minutes, we had a penalty for Maskell after offside, making it 16 points to 2. And then 2 minutes later, when the scrum was awarded near the Hull post, one of the Hull players said to the referee, And Colin Maskill popped the penalty over, make it 18 points to do, and there the score stood. Well, I'm sure this is the type of New Year's Day present that Coach David Wall was hoping for. 10 years ago, he led Leeds as captain to a win over Hull KR, and now as Leeds coach, he's taken them to a New Year's Day victory over Hull. So, well, David, you must be delighted to get 4 points over the holiday period.
Yes, it was a good win today. Under the conditions, the boys played exceptionally well, especially in defence. I thought it was magnificent the way they kept Hull out with all that pressure that they had in the second half. Great.
And Colin Maskill again playing pretty much the man of the match award.
Very hard. I thought Mark Loddy played exceptionally well. I thought Gary Lord at full-back played exceptionally well. Collins playing consistent rugby every match. So it's very hard now to choose a man of the match because everybody's playing well.
And Cavalier looked like he'd been a Leeds player for years.
He'll fit in, he'll slot in absolutely magnificently. And to have him on a long-term kind of contract, then we're not swapping and changing like we have been over the past few years.
We've got this New Zealander, Mike Coetti. He's here on a long-term contract as well, David.
We've got him to the end of the season, and we've got him more or less stitched up for next season, but we'll have a look at him and see how he performs then, you know, from now until the end of the season.
Well, I've got to ask you this, the cup register's closing. Any more signings in the pipeline?
Oh, we're always interested. We're always interested, you know, and who knows? You never know what happens. Somebody might phone up, we might phone somebody else up. Things just might work out, I don't know.
Well, Leeds were very successful in the 30s and the 60s. Do you think 90s is going to be the decade for Leeds Rugby League?
Well, the squad's good. It's a very strong squad of players, and sometimes it's an headache picking a side, and it's I get a gut feeling having to leave people out, but the side's only as good as its strength in depth, and for the 90s, I can only see one way that we're going to go, and that's from strength to strength.
Well, I've got Craig Izzard here with me. Craig, have you enjoyed your stay at Leeds?
Oh, I've enjoyed it. It's been fantastic. The crowd's been great. The administration, everything here has been fantastic, and you know, I've enjoyed playing football here.
And disappointed that you had to leave in such circumstances with the injury against Castleford?
Yeah, it's just a bit unlucky, you know, it happened in the last couple of minutes, and you know, it's just a decision Wardy had to make whether I continue to play or you know, be on the register and not play, or whether Cavill could play. But, you know.
What did you find the most different between the Australian style of football and the style of football over here?
Oh, I don't know. I think they're both the same. It's just played in different circumstances over here. But, you know, it's been good.